Welcome back, everyone. Today we are continuing to see who will win in the fight of Sniper Rifle versus Mushy Zombie Brain in Level 2 Cathedral of Resurrection, I believe it's called. And this actually pretty much exhausts my knowledge of the game, where I'm going to be providing any meaningful commentary besides, oh god, shoot him in the head. Just because I generally, I don't know, I played this a while ago, so it's been a bit, to say the least. But yeah, we're just going to be, it's a little bit tight corridors. Figured pack pistol, pack punch. And alright, they're even coming from the ceiling now. That's good. I'm also trying to get used to this control scheme a little bit. Just switched off from another third-person game, so I'm like, this all moves so fast, and the guns are so good, and the enemies are so bad. It's really kind of refreshing. And as you can see, the exposition continues in its standard B-horror movie fashion. I think that was one of the things that I really liked about the game, was that all the music, all of the enemies, all the just kind of, really, theming for it, very much just a bad horror film. I guess enough of a range where it's somewhat practical to snipe. That was a good face. See, already, we're dealing with some double Ds here, by which I mean those melons are just waiting to pop. It's great. Alright, I do remember this hallway, just because it gives you a good position to take out the zombies as they shamble towards you. Which isn't to say that the entire game doesn't, but just this hallway in particular. Long and narrow stretches are always a plus in these situations. I forget where this leads, so we'll find out. Hey, it leads to zombies. I'm shocked. Go push him. I'll have a shot there. Oh god. My sensitivity is so high. What am I doing with my life? Alright, there he is. Or at least one. Yay, Viscera. When it comes to the violent games debate, this game really does make a point. I don't know what that point is, but I think it's that blood and guts are awesome. And also, Nazis are bad. I think those are the 2 points. Guns, awesome. Blood, sweet. Zombies, bad. Hitler, worst. Yay! Oh, they could totally be stopped. I don't know what that guy on the radio is saying. I'm stopping the crap out of these guys. Alright, so here there's just a giant killing field, and I think that it's mostly just an ammo sink. I don't really think there's any purpose to go ahead and do this, except for to kind of increase your score. I could try and shoot out some testiclates while I'm here, but I'm pretty bad at it. Because I think you have to weaken the zombies first in order to do it, too. Creating an extra degree of difficulty. Ooh, I went through 3. That was at least marginally impressive, right? That wasn't just blind luck, that was definitely skill-based. Alright, I should probably stop sometime soon, because I don't think that we ever really go into these streets. We're just here to show, oh look, zombies! Oh no! More satanic markings, because those are always nice. I don't think you can actually open that door. I think that you do have to come down here. Definitely have to shoot this guy. Face is optional, but preferred. Actually, I really need to use my sniper rifle more in these close-quarter situations. That's something that you only ever hear in Call of Duty. Man, these enemies are all up in my face. I'm gonna bring out my sniper rifle for this one. That way my teammate will know that I'm good and we'll be coordinated. Everybody has a role, and my role is to use a sniper rifle at all times. Enemy capturing our flag, I'll grab the sniper rifle. Ooh, pull up a grenade out of his pocket. Again, cool stuff. And there was a corpse to search, and I didn't miss it. Can you go from this door? No, you just keep wandering. Got into a discussion with somebody today, and I was making a joke because he said something, huh, they can't hurt you through doors. This is good to know. There was a news article that was saying that League of Legends was going to be considered a sport for purposes of whatever it is. I guess actually it was a while ago that it was technically considered to be a sport, like the US claims it that way for visas and such. I guess if there's a window you have to wander through, yeah. And so I was like, wait, if it's a sport, then does that mean that Xbox is going to cover it? Because everybody is like, they're just all about ESPN and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, this guy's definitely not going to come back from the dead. Not anymore, he isn't. This is an important principle. If they give you the chance, do not pass it up, because pretty soon, this corridor is going to become a hell of a lot of fun. But basically, there's a guy who's saying, where's it gone? Yeah, League of Legends, officially a sport. I assume that works for Dota as well. Not 100%. Wasn't clarified in the article. But I was like, oh, so Xbox will cover it. One guy went, no, Xbox kids wouldn't understand League of Legends. They wouldn't even know where to begin. I'm like, yeah, first off, they're not caustic enough. It's just like, ooh, burn. It was great. It made me laugh. Alright, so this is actually one of the more... I'm starting to remember this part a little bit. This is one of the more fun parts, because they give you this narrow hallway and a ton of zombies, and eventually the zombies that are on the ground, like the one that I... Ooh, was that a threefer? Like the one that I shot earlier, will start coming back to life. So you wind up surrounded and just kind of panicked. And eventually, spoilers, there are boss zombies that come through, like that one with the machine gun. It's just always a good idea to double tap. Always. And if you want to pad your score, you just sit back at the furthest point in the hallway. But I don't really care about that. I'm just trying to get it into a position where I have enough room to maneuver and enough room to get sight of what's coming up. Because, like I was saying before about the bullet zoom, right here, if there were an exploding zombie that was starting to run, I'd be able to scope him out a little bit. If one of the big guys was coming at me, I'd be able to scope it out a little bit. So it's just kind of nice. Check behind us, check in front of us. Oh, so many brains. It's a cool system. I definitely have to give it that. Okay. So now there's one in the street who's coming back to life, so just kind of saunter away from him. There's another explodey one, so we're going to have to put a shot into him, which might be tricky. Got him. Oh yeah, and they can also rise just straight out of the ground and climb over the fence, I believe. Prioritizing the exploding guy as the target, because if he gets near me, that's going to be significantly worse than if one of these guys gets near me. These guys, ooh, that's a like shattered femur. That sucks. Glad he's too dead to feel that one. Yeah, if one of the running guys gets near me, the explosion's going to do more damage than if I have to kick one or two of these guys away. Either, whole eye gone. Either situation is unfortunate to be in, but definitely want to make sure that you are poised for success. In Magic and Poker, that's playing to your outs. Basically using whatever strategy you can to optimizes your chance of victory, even if it isn't the best strategy for the given situation. If it's the only one that will make it so that you can win, basically, it's what you should be going for. It's a good life strategy. Basically, figuring out what victory looks like and then working your way towards it. Applicable to more than just video games, too. Like job interviews, other things like that. Talking about job interviews while watching this go off. Alright, we're going to make a huge mistake and we're going to put dynamite right there. because basically what that is going to do is it's going to force us into a position when we retreat, where we're going to be in this back alley against one of them big guys. The hope, of course, is that we deal enough damage to him before he gets there, where we can just shoot that dynamite to finish him off. I wasn't sure if that guy's head was going to bob into the way of the other guy. Actually feeling a little bit better about my accuracy this time around. Ooh, is that a twofer? Oh, that was. Looks like it might have been a double headshot too, which is... I know that double rainbow is overdone, but a little bit of a double rainbow situation. Oh, I was hoping we could get it one more. Okay, so there he is. There's the all-knowing, all-loving, throbbing cock of the world that we're just going to do our best to take down. And again, prioritizing our targets to take out the smaller zombies first, so we don't have to deal with them in addition to him. We have more than enough time, as you can see by how far away he is, to back up, get probably about half of his health down before we have to retreat to the alley. There's just one zombie left next to him, so as soon as we take out that guy, then we are clear to focus on the main target. And I already forgot which direction I need to be standing, which is... okay, fine. Reload off here. There's one coming this way. Just pistol him down. Alright, we didn't even need the dynamite. How about that? Those guys always make me nervous. But, fortunately, we were able to shoot him down. If you haven't ever seen it, I have to throw this out there, and I know that it's old by like a decade, and everyone's probably seen it by now. There's a fantastic bit that was done by MC Chris that's Kingdom Hearts versus Resident Evil 4, and it's just comparing the beginning of a JRPG to the beginning of Resident Evil, which is unfair. Resident Evil 4, I would say, of course, maybe not of course, for Resident Evil 4, where it starts off putting you in a town full of zombies, not even telling you what the controls are, and just saying, yeah, go for it. We believe in you. You got it. It was a fantastic start to a game. Like, it takes some serious balls to give that as the very first thing that a player deals with. Which I think is part of what made it such a lasting impression. Because it was just like, that's what this game is going to be like. This game is going to be unrelentless. It's going to be unfair. There are times where you should feel like you really, realistically, do not stand a chance. And that's what they're going for. And just, you finally clear out some of the zombies and you're like, alright, I got this. And then a dude with a chainsaw comes and you're like, what? I think it was one of the first times, too, when I was playing a horror game. Well, just in general, because I don't generally play them. One of the first times where I was playing a horror game, and an enemy came up and I was just like, double tap. Hey, that guy was actually coming back to life. Apparently. Or they just like me to shoot people in the face. Either way. I was playing it, and I see this enemy with a chainsaw, and I think to myself, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because all that's going to happen is he's just going to get, yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. I was like, he's just going to come up to me, and he's going to take a little swing at me, and that'll be the end of it. I'll take some damage, but then I'll be able to run away. And he just tears you in half. Oh, it was amazing and crazy at the same time. Alright, I remember there being something fun you could do in this area, and I forget what it was. I think you set up a landmine by this gate here? Yeah, pretty sure that was it. Did you do TNT too? Oh, no, just a landmine, I guess. And if memory serves, there is an additional shotgun back there. And if you remember which TV show constantly used the phrase, if memory serves, you win 20 Taterchimp points. That's good currency. Like, if the US ever decides to default on its debts, they'd be like, dude, I got 20 Taterchimp points. I don't have to worry about dick all. Okay? Or you could just look it up on the internet. Which, I guess, I didn't make that amendment before I started, so you still get the points. But you are not eligible for any further Taterchimp points. You will be grandfathered out of that system. So as you can see, level 1, a little bit tame in comparison. Level 2, they'll just like to throw stuff at you. Just like, let's see how you deal with it all. In case you couldn't tell, those little pentagram things on the wall are the skeleton spawn points. They can also come up out of the floor. But whenever you see it, it just means there's going to be more skeleton friends coming your way. Oh god, so many more. I have too many friends. Back way. I've got Tom on MySpace. No, I don't. I don't even have a MySpace. Why would I say I was friends with Tom? Not everybody gets to be friends with Tom, Taterchimp. That's what you're saying. Oh! I knew as soon as I was just like, look at all those headshots, I'm gonna miss the next one. It's the nervous lover problem. But, all in all, I'd say that went pretty well. We've got some dead zombies, we've got some bullets, we've got some grenades. Life is good. We also have a WMD, apparently. Okay, and here's another good... See, I love this level design. Because just look at this. All they're doing is they're giving you hordes of enemies, narrow corridor, and just saying, figure it out. You can deal with it. We trust you. And okay, so I guess I can talk a little bit about mechanics of the game. Things that I like about what they did, things I don't like. Because they added in an option where you can actually choose the amount of zombies now. They patched this in after it first came out. So it's basically, do you want to be... because this is a co-op game, you can play this with up to 4 people. I'm motioning with my hands while the bullets flying. You can't tell, but it's very Italian looking. But basically, you can play this game with up to 4 people. And if you add in more people, of course, they add in more zombies. So, more zombies, more difficulty. So there's actually... you can pick before the level how many players worth of zombies you want to deal with. So kind of a cool idea, saying like, oh yeah, I bet I could take on 4 times as many zombies in this level because I'm just that good. But they have that option, but they took out the sliders for the custom difficulty. I think I talked about that in the last part. If I didn't, I meant to. If I didn't, and you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, then watch it again. And if it's not there, then you'll just be all the more confused. It's part of the adventure, okay? So, let's hope to get some skeletons with that. Yeah, we got 2 it looks like. That's not bad. It buys us time. I don't even know what that achievement's for. Ooh, that's going to be a little bit close for comfort. Boom. Nailed it! See, this is one of those situations where you just look at the horde of zombies, and if you're not, and I say it as I miss like every shot, but if you're not cool and collected at this part of it, they're just going to keep coming. If you're not able to take out the closest one with a headshot immediately, just bang, just knock them out, then eventually you're going to get overwhelmed. And as soon as you get overwhelmed, then you start panicking more, making worse decisions, which just compounds on itself. So, it's a really cool feeling. It's a cool feeling for a game. It's like first-person zombie tower defense? No, let's not go down that road. If there's one thing the world doesn't need, it's more tower defense games, and it's more zombie games. I could use a few more first-person games. Although, actually, I could use one more of this game. One more of this zombie game, that's okay. Yep. Thought I heard another one. Ooh, that was definitely aimed like right at the testiculates. Ooh, or the dynamite on his jacket. Boosh. So many slow-mo cams. God, it's like I'm playing a Michael Bay game. It's like a zombie version of 300, there's so much slow-mo and blood. If only there's a Rip Gerard Butler. So, a while back, I lived in an apartment, and I was like, I kind of want to get a pet, because I think it would be fun to have the responsibility of knowing that if another animal dies, it's my fault. That seems cool. I don't have enough trouble with myself. So I'm like, I'll get a cat. No, maybe I won't. So I went back and forth for like a month on this. And finally, one of my coworkers was like, yeah, one of my friends giving up a cat for free, do you want it? And I was like, yeah, sure, I guess I'll take it. But the whole time leading up to it, I was like, if I ever get a cat, I'd have to name it something awesome, because that's what all my friends did. Like, they have, like, Aries is their chihuahua, and, like, Spartacus is the name of their gopher, you know, things like that. And so, like, I'd have to give my cat an awesome name. And the one that I went with, just to joke around, was Leonidas, because Leonidas, king of Sparta. The more I thought about it, I'm like, it's actually pretty good, because you can abbreviate it to Leon and just be pretentious about it. So, I do. I'm like, yeah, my cat's name is Leon, and people are like, oh, because he's like a little lion? And I'm like, no, because he's the king of Sparta. He basically knows that that's the reason why I named him that. See, there's not a lot of not filler stuff to talk about while I'm just doming zombies. And it must be some... It's not in the air. We can clearly tell that. That's why our character is good. Because those guys with the masks, they're doing just fine. I also want to point out that there is a level up on the slider from where this is for the slow-mo bullet cams. I could turn this up and we would see more of this if you want. Because that was like 5 in a row. Somebody get on that. Somebody check. Tell me in the comments how many. No, don't. Don't do that. I'm not popular enough to have a comment section. Alright. I'm getting a sinking suspicion. More zombies! Am I right? Boosh. Boosh. How about one more? Oh, I was denied. I was very much so denied. I'm actually, because I... Oh, that sounds like a running one. Nope, it's not. Okay. So this is another interesting risk-reward piece of the game, because, well, I've been shooting them from the safety of the back of this long stretch of whatever it is, road. I haven't been picking up bullets off of their bodies. So because I haven't been doing that, you can see I'm at about half capacity for the sniper rifle. So what I really should be doing is when this wave gets down to the end of it... Ooh, that one was... Oh, I feel bad because I want to say it's Bon Jovi. That did. You give love a bad name. Because that was a shot through the heart. I was to blame. But yeah, you want to be picking up the bullets off of the corpses, basically, so that way you don't run out. Okay, can I please just a little bit of recognition, a little bit of being a braggart. And I know that this is on the easy difficulty, but still, you've seen the troubles that I have. That was pretty good. That was 4 in a row, like back to back, like it was nothing. I mean, come on. You don't get these computing skills in Excel, alright? Pro tip you do. Really good gamers, probably also really good at Excel manipulation. Pro tip for potential employers. It's one of my favorite things to do, because like you hear about StarCraft and you hear about APM, and like my APM, if I were to ever get good at a game like that, would be nowhere near professional level. Nowhere near. But once you start to memorize the shortcuts at what you do in your workplace, you get to kind of pretend for a little bit. So like every once in a while, someone will just be watching you do your thing, where it's just like, oh yeah, this is a totally routine, just me dicking around kind of thing. Just be like, how are your fingers moving that fast? And I'm like, because I play video games. This is what I do recreationally, okay? I memorize the keyboard shortcuts. I'm not doing copy and paste. I'm doing an Excel Hadouken right now, okay? That's why. If you can memorize how to do the Raging Demon, then you can memorize how to turn on an autofilter in Excel through the keyboard shortcuts. It's not that much different. It is a bad day to be a zombie. Don't push him. So many pistol bullets. How did I pick up a Luger? Huh. Thought that I went with the Colt this time around, but I guess I went with the Luger. Maybe I picked it up in a safe room. Speaking of which, didn't have to worry about ammo after all. I'm sure there's like a gold bar or bottle of one there. Don't care. Alright, now this time around, it's different. Because these zombies you eventually will have to fight. So, unfortunately, we're going to have, well, I say unfortunately, like everything else has just been this super interesting thing to talk about. The Luger actually sucks, so get rid of that. Shotgun sucks worse, so we had to pick. Okay, so right here, you actually just get free reign on these zombies. Like, until you come down, they will not be able to get in that gate. So you actually want to take out as many of them on the street as you can if you're in a situation where you're worried about the difficulty. So I'm just going to use this opportunity to have a little sniper nest with myself. And just take a few of them out with easy shots. Some men like a challenge. Not me. That's a Simpsons reference, by the way. Before anybody says, like, no, you don't like a challenge, then why are you playing this game? Why aren't you playing it on the super easy difficulty where the zombies kill themselves? If there was such a difficulty, I would totally play it on that, okay? You found me out. You know, that other zombie, he's a rotting pile of flesh. I don't think a bullet, an exit wound that's been slowed down by somebody else's face is really gonna, that's not gonna be the nail in his coffin, so to speak. I suppose I could also just be throwing grenades to make the situation go faster, but there's free ammo up here, so why would I bother? It's like that scene. That's what I should have done. If only I would have known. I would have gotten the Richard Cheese cover of Down with the Sickness up in here. And then we would have been having fun. Because then it wouldn't just be the Taterchimp snipe zombies kind of alright for like 5 minutes. I can slow down time, but it seems kind of pointless. I just really haven't done a lot of it. But on the easy difficulty, there's no real reason to. See, at least that one gave him 4 zombie holes. The other guy, he just went down after 1. He's just like, it's not even, I'm just going home, guys. Here's my time card, I'm out. There's another one, but there's fog because I'm sure draw distances more than any kind of aesthetic reason. Maybe it's an aesthetic reason, but might just be them trying to cover up technical limitations. This game's not super advanced. I guess I should also note, kind of on that same page, I'm just going to go down there now. I don't care anymore. If they're there, they're there. Giant hordes, whatever, bring it on. The original was a budget game, and it was, I think it was 50 when it first came out, it might have been 40. But one of the two. And it was really fun from that perspective. Like, I love it when, as you've seen by the games that I play on my channel, all 3 of them, however many are up, oh god, however few many are up, I basically like the low budget but high fun pack games. And I think that's like the second grenade that I've thrown that just hasn't gone off at all. That should have blown up a little bit, I think. I feel a little bit cheated. Alright, those guys are gonna mess me up a bit. That guy, the South Bend Shovel Slayer over there, he's gonna try and mess me up a bit as well. We just need to get these skeletons out of the way, and then we'll be good. Alright, we're good. Now we can switch back to pistol. I'm gonna pop some heads, only got 20 clips in my pocket. It's talking to someone, and they're just like, yeah, you know, that song seems alright, but it's just weird that my kids sing it. I'm like, how old are your kids? And he's like, 7. I'm like, how do they radio edit that? There are some songs where it's just don't give it a radio edit. It's just a bad idea. Like that the CeeLo Green song, Forget You. Oh yeah, nobody knows what you're talking about. It was clearly forget. Couldn't have been any other word in the world. It's just silly. It diminishes the sound of the original song, man. Alright, maybe that's maybe over to church, I believe. Oops. There's the zombie I was looking for before. No Jedi mind tricks from him this time. Ooh, that was good. Not sure if that really translated well, because as soon as I saw it, I went all crazy on the mouse trying to find it. That was a legit blood fountain from his face. It's, there's that, it was originally a Flash game, and then it got a full release. Alien Hominid by the guys who did Castle Crashers, the Behemoth, and Battle Block Theater, I guess, as well. And there was, sorry, focusing on popping some heads just to make sure. So Alien Hominid was this crazy, stylish, kind of like an arcade shooter style. Was that an interact? No, okay, let's just use cover. So it was fairly violent, like you cut dudes in half and all that kind of stuff, and blood would just come flying out. Yeah, it's great. One of the censorship options that they had for it was, I forget if they just called it glitter or blood and flowers or whatever it was. But basically, whenever you'd cut someone in half, instead of blood and entrails pouring out, it would be flowers and glitter and rainbows, and it was by far the best way to play that game. Oh right, we have more snipers to deal with at this point, if I recall correctly. Which is going to make things rather interesting. Yep, there's one. So I'm just going to take some quicker shots here to try and get myself into a secure position to deal with the sniper. Let's chuck another one of these bad boys out there. See what that does. That doing anything for you, zombies? Balls. See, these are the situations that make this game interesting. And I think, okay, this is a bad idea. Let's retreat into the building. Because I don't think the sniper can get us here. It's just we don't have a good exit strategy. We are pulling in Iraq/Iran with this one. Push joke still topical? I'm getting a yes vibe. There's actually a really interesting article about depending on which party in the US is in power, either Democrats or Republicans. Okay, there's our sniper friend. Basically it determines which monsters are also popular. There's sniper friend. So I think it was if Republicans are in power, then zombies are the trend, which is why we have so many godforsaken zombie games right now. Because what Republicans fear are brainless masses representing blind consumerism. Or, yeah. And then when Democrats are in power, maybe I have this backwards. Yeah, it might be when Democrats are in power that the zombies are there. But basically that Republicans see zombies as Democrats, where it's just this fearless, brainwashed horde of blind consumerism, and then Democrats view the Republicans as vampires, where it's these old, stuck-up people trying to convert them into their own strange fashion. Or is it the other way? Oh, I forget how it goes now. It's going to annoy me to almost no end as I constantly pop off the faces of these zombies. But basically, yeah, it's really interesting. You should look it up. I think it was on Cracked, which, until somebody tells me differently, I think that Cracked is an amazing site. That's a shattered spine, so I mean, hopefully. I don't think he's going to be able to pull out from that one. should be dead. If this game was more moddable, I would love to see a wanted mod. Where you're just able to curve the bullets. Oh, double headshot! Double headshot! Yes! Doesn't matter how much of the brain you take out. Alright, so I don't believe this is... Yeah, I'm thinking of another part. I think our goal here is just to get to the church and not actually get in the church, but we'll see. And I keep confusing this game with the... Oh, crap. I didn't realize I was out of pistol bullets. That's rather embarrassing. But yeah, I keep confusing this with the actual original version of this game, where I'm like, I remember a level that's kind of like this one, except I guess not at all like it, because there were less zombies. I'm not gonna say none, because my memory's a little hazy. Less. That would have been super embarrassing had I died right before the safe room. Would have come back from the dead just to give himself a little, like, oh, I can't believe it! And this is a confession from me to you, anybody watching. I hate the term facepalm. Facepalm has become my new... I'm trying to think of what the previous annoying thing would be. I guess actual pronunciation of LOL is LOL. It's overused internet expression number 47 now. We're just... I don't know. I don't like the people who use it unironically, anything like that.